Today's collectible spot's having a look at the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 of Freddy's Revenge. We're having a look today at the standard glove from Dark Dream Design. Ultimately, one of the more controversial Nightmare on Elm Street movies, Freddy's Revenge, Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, definitely wasn't everybody's favorite, but it still stands out as one of Spot's favorite movies from the series. Now, Spot actually went to Dark Dream Design, and you've seen Spot do already a video of the high-end Part 1, and we looked at the standard Part 1 as well, so you guys can kind of see the difference between the two. One of the other gloves that Spot picked up as well, out of the 3 gloves, I also picked up a standard Part 2. And if you guys are interested, and if you are looking to add really authentic looking movie gloves to your collection, definitely would encourage you heading over to Dark Dream Design and you can pick up the gloves. The difference between the high-end gloves and the standard gloves is that the standard gloves are still a high quality piece. The thing is, they're just as not movie accurate as the high-end pieces. And as well too, when we have a look at the Part 4 Dream Master glove, I'll show you guys that as well. The higher end gloves are definitely a lot heavier. Now with the Part 2 glove, the standard Part 2 and the standard Part 1, they're made with .027 copper, .02 brass, and .025 spring steel blades. Now, by comparison to like the high-end gloves have real knives brazed onto the tips, so which also gives you that extra bit of weight that the standard gloves don't have. When you get the gloves in the mail, it actually didn't take very long at all for the glove to arrive. On the inside, you've got the designer from Dark Dream Design who crafted this glove, and this one actually was crafted by, I believe, James Knapp. His signature is on the inside there. Now with the gloves, as Spot had already mentioned when we had a look at the standard Part 1 glove, when you get like the standard gloves are still a super high grade, high quality glove. You're just not going to get as many of the movie authentic details to the glove that you might see with the higher end glove. But I mean, it's still a super comfortable glove. Moving your fingers in it very, very easily indeed. I find sometimes Spot doesn't really have the longest of fingers, so sometimes my finger slips out of the cups here, or the caps that hold the blades. They're not as sharp either as what you would expect, but comparing it to like the high-end glove has the real knives on the ends, whereas these are just it's the spring steel. But again, like, it's a really, really nice detailed piece. By comparison, actually, just reaching off camera here. By comparison, there is the standard Part 2 glove, and here is the high-end Part 1 glove that was actually my first introduction into Dark Dream Design, and since then has been my reasoning for going back repeatedly and wanting to pick up more gloves. It's still a phenomenal looking glove, but you can kind of see, even movie-wise, how the two gloves differed from one another, where like Part 2's glove had more just the straight brown covering the finger blades end of it, whereas Part 1's glove had the very famous red tips to them. Putting that to the side, and again, Spot I'll show you guys the high-end 4 when we do the review of that. It's just, again, a really super comfortable piece. Not something I would probably encourage wearing out to Halloween because, again, it's still a sharp object. But as a showpiece, it's definitely a phenomenal way to display your favorite Freddy gloves, with these gloves here. Also, a thing as well with Dark Dream Design is when you head over to their website, they have, I like the way that they broke it down. So like they go through and they show you all the high-end gloves, and then I think it's about maybe $100 or so less for the standard gloves versus the high-end glove, but then they'll show you the standard gloves below it. one better too, and something that I'm probably going to consider getting in the near future, is that they also have prop displays too. They actually have like a hand where you can put the glove onto the hand for purpose of displaying, and that's actually, you know, whereas the Jason masks you can always mount to the walls, like gloves, like the Freddy gloves, are a little harder to display. By selling like a hand that you can mount the glove into, I mean, that's a really neat way to display the gloves. I think still, probably of all the movie gloves, my favorite still could be part 4, but I'm hoping to kind of go through and eventually pick up all the gloves from the movies. I think that'd be a great display, especially walking into the room with all the movies and stuff like that, and you can see all the gloves from each of the sequels. If you guys are definitely interested in checking out Dark Dream Design, click the link down below and head over to their store. The beauty with the high-ends versus the standard gloves is that if you are looking still for a really great movie representation of the gloves from those movies, you can still get a standard version. The standard version is a more cost-effective means to getting your favorite glove. Today's Collectible Spot was having a look at another glove that I picked up from the folks over at Dark Dream Design. Today we're having a look at A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge glove. Don't be going anywhere though, guys. Even though Spot's finished reviewing the Part 2 glove, I am super excited for when we have a look at the high-end Part 4, and I'll show you guys that probably the next video coming up. Thanks for watching, as you always do, guys. I'll see you next time.